Hello my friends and welcome back. In this video, we're going to be talking about what equipment is, how you make it, and how you can optimize your collection of equipment to make your commanders even more effective on the battlefield. Equipment is a way for you to increase the effectiveness of your commander and customize the way that they work. You can equip different gear onto a headpiece, chest slot, legs, boots, gloves, weapon, and 2 accessories. Each of the items that we have equipped to this commander offers different benefits. You can see that these revival gauntlets are giving archer attack, infantry attack, and cavalry attack. There's even a set bonus for having 2 pieces of gear from the set or 4 pieces of gear from the set. The bonuses offered by equipment can be very meaningful, especially as you get higher and higher quality items onto your commanders, and they can be as important as the skills themselves that are on your commanders. But the great thing about equipment is that you can swap out who is using that equipment among your commander collection anytime that they are in your city. This means that getting great equipment is a permanent investment into the quality of your commanders and their ability to fight on the battlefield, which is very, very exceptional. The way that you make equipment is by going to your blacksmith, a building that can be constructed in your city at City Hall 16. Tapping the button in the center will take you to the area where you can forge and dismantle equipment. In order to make a piece of equipment, you're going to need to have the pattern and all of the required materials in order to forge it. In the blacksmith, you can cruise through all of the patterns that are in the game at any moment in time, and the game will show you which patterns you have some of the blueprints for. As you can see, I've got 7 out of 30 of this rifle, and it will also show you the items for which you have the complete pattern and can forge them right away. In order to forge the item, I'm simply going to press the forge button on the bottom center of the screen. It's going to use up the pattern, use up the materials, and use up the requisite gold in order to forge it. You can see we've done that now. If you no longer want an item, you can tap the dismantle portion of your blacksmith, and then you can go to the bottom of the screen and hit dismantle to restore to you the materials that were used to craft the item in the first place. You have lost the gold and you've lost the pattern, but if you no longer needed the item anymore anyways, this is a great way to recover your materials to use on other, bigger, better pieces of equipment that you want to go and make. It is, however, noteworthy that you will get 100% of your materials back with the exception of legendary tier equipment or legendary quality equipment. You only get half your materials back, so I would not recommend that you dismantle this unless you really know what you're doing. Now, when you forge equipment, there is a small chance that you get what is called a special talent. A special talent gives you 30% more stats if you equip it to a commander that has a talent tree that you will choose when you get the special talent on the item. Think of it as just extra stats on something that you wanted anyways. So if I forge this sharp longsword, you can see here that we got the special talent. I can choose leadership, integration, infantry, archer, or cavalry as the talent tree for which there is a special talent. In this case, this is really an item designed for gathering commanders. I'm going to select integration for my gathering commanders, and you can see at the bottom of the screen which of the commanders would get the benefit of that special talent if I were to equip it to them. So in this case, the gathering speed is normally 2%. I can equip it to any commander and they'll get 2% more gathering speed. But if it's an integration commander, they will get an additional 1% gathering speed, so 3% total. In this case, I'm going to equip it to Constance, who has the integration tree, so that I can get the benefit of that extra gathering speed, and I'll hit confirm. To give another example of a commander using special talent equipment, you can see here I have the special talent on 3 items for my YSG. That is the chest piece, the legs, and the weapon. And you can see there really is a lot of extra stats that are afforded to you from that special talent. In this case, I have 13% archer defense, and that bumps up to a total of 17. The 4% extra boost from the special talent is a really big deal. So if you have a bunch of extra copies of the pattern lying around, but not a lot of materials, I would strongly recommend that you dismantle some of that equipment and make an attempt at getting a special talent. You can see that we focused on having a nice archer set, a great infantry set, and we've even got a cavalry set equipped to a non-cavalry commander right now. And I want to show you that you can still equip the items onto a commander that doesn't have the talent tree that you've chosen. You can see here I chose the cavalry special talent on this Dark Lord's Blessing, but right now it's on my Joan of Arc. The equipment is still phenomenal on Joan of Arc, but I don't get the benefit of the special talent when the gear is equipped to her. Now you may be wondering, where do I get these blueprints? How do I get the materials required to make equipment? There are a number of quests and events and even special keys. The equipment chest keys allow you to get these items, and every single day by heading over to the blacksmith and tapping the rightmost icon, and you can go and produce items. So there are 4 base items that you can use. There is leather, stone, bone, and wood that you can use for crafting. In general, the leather is used primarily for cavalry equipment, the stone is used primarily for infantry equipment, the bone is used primarily for gathering equipment, and the wood is used primarily for archer equipment. If you wanted to get a look at how many blueprints you have at any moment in time, one way you can access that is by tapping the middle menu on the left-hand side of the screen. You hit the blueprints button in the upper right, and you can cruise through all of the blueprints that you have at any moment in time. Now, you can go and combine these here, or at the time that you craft it, the game can combine them for you. Both work just fine. You're going to need a total of 30 fragments, 30 blueprint fragments, in order to get a completed pattern. So some of these things you're going to be collecting over a long period of time in order to get one completed pattern in order to make it, such as this rifle or this dragon breath bow. This is going to take a really long time. Other items you'll accumulate much more quickly and have a stockpile of, again, to have that opportunity to try to get the coveted special talent. One other place you can go to accelerate your collection of materials to make equipment and patterns themselves is in the VIP shop. You can see there are material chests. Some of these you should really pick up every week using your resources. Others you should consider if you have enough gems, such as you can see here, we've got cavalry equipment chests, blue and purple materials, and there are even ultra rare sets at the legendary tier that you could pick up every single week for gems. Remember that you have to have 30 of the blueprint fragments in order to complete a single pattern, and each of these chests is going to give you 1 fragment per chest that you pick up, and the fragment that you get will be at random. So it is a pretty long-term investment. There is a reason that they are legendary. Hopefully this guide to equipment will get you off to a great and fast start with your own collection as soon as you hit City Hall 16 in Rise of Kingdoms. If you enjoyed this video, consider throwing a like onto the video and subscribing to the channel for more videos just like this, and give us your favorite tips for equipment down below that everyone can benefit. Until next time, you have fun creating some sweet equipment.